Yeah, Zane's Lindis is that scary that it's worth a first ban instead of, say, Florentino Elsu, for example.
I don't know if Dino Riders feel like they can get away with this, though.
Yeah.
That's why the hover is happening for so long. They're a little bit worried. Yeah.
Yeah, give the Lindis over and play something that counters the Lindis. But not a lot of things do counter her.
Does anything counter Zane's Lindis? I guess they can, if they play this right, they can force BM to choose between first picking the Lindis and something more important.
Yeah,
and I'd like to see that.
I mean, a good draft strategy is hand in the Lindis and pick a very strong mid lane combo so that you dominate mid lane, you control the map, you take objectives, and you don't let Lindis basically run away from the jungle.
With the change in the Dino Riders comes change with BMG as well, them opting to go with the Richter ban, so that way they don't have to worry about it at all, because they know that Lindis is the first potential option for them. Varus is alive, but Lindis clearly the better option, with Zane being on that BMG roster.
But they're having to think about it. BMGaming considering their options for a hot moment. They may just not want to play, they may just want to kind of call that bluff. Because after game one, they want to show that Zane has a more diverse character pool than we're giving him credit for.
Oh,
and of
this
course
has to be the response, though.
Dino Riders will lock in the Lindis, particularly with a talent like Hawaii on their side who plays that ranged marksman so well. It is a no-brainer.
Teamy locked in as well, but this does leave support options available for beginnings. There's Baldum as well as a net he can quickly decide to choose.
Yeah, they took the Baldum and then they banned away a net and Aurum from beginnings here. So is beginnings going to go ahead pick up one of those supports, or they're going to let it go past and prioritize, for example, Tulin again on Hoon?
I think you go Annette Tulin.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, Annette Tulin is actually very strong in the mid lane, that range. Baldwin would work as well, but Annette probably would work a little better because she offers so much poke and harass.
The Annette Varus synchronization as well works extremely well, being able to throw down the lockdown and allow that opportunity. But now instead, it seems like they want to put Zane back on a power farming jungler in the Violet.
They feel it's necessary because they want to go ahead and brawl against against Hawaii in the jungle, and they need the burst damage to do it. They don't want to give Zane a later on character that has to get in melee range against a Teamy, because Teamy is so good at keeping that Lindis alive. So they go for the riskier play of ignoring the support role here.
This also means, though, that with Omen being picked up and potential another 2 support bans going for or going against BMG by Dino Riders, that creates opportunities. But that because they weren't able to pick up the Annette, that does mean now that Annette, Baldum, and Aurum are alive. Only 2 of those can be banned away, which could mean that be as an easy option of whoever's left remaining for beginnings.
Yeah, and don't forget though, I mean, even though Tulin's picked, he's not going to be guaranteed mid. Huli can still play him inside, and you can play another mid mage for KZ Fox, like Kali, for example. I mean, his Kali is broken. I mean, this guy is people ban it against him. And don't give him the Kali. So it'll be interesting to see how this draft is going to play out.
There's the Baldum ban, just as we expected. Now BMG taking their time and figuring out what they want to focus and what they want to reduce. Would not be surprised if a Liliana ban came out here. This was their second phase ban in game number 1. Immediately taken away, though, from Sleepy.
Yeah, that's Sleepy's best hero for sure. So very smart bans, I feel, so far. Let's see if that Kali ban's going to come out, or are they going to take away the Aurum potentially? Because if they want to run...
I think they take away the Annette.
Yeah,
I think they would take away the Annette instead of the Aurum.
During crafting time, does this Violet necessarily have to be in jungle? I know it's part of Zane's pool, but Hoon may play.
Yeah.
And then you still have room for an assassin jungle.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You have a lot of options here with the draft that they have.
And with the Aurum removed, there's nothing really aside from the Omen to counter the Quillen.
Quillen, exactly.
Yeah.
Quillen's available. I mean, Omen is the only counter, but honestly, Quillen's so slippery. He can actually get away from... Oh, okay, they're in ban Flash. Is Flash actually a good counter into a Violet? Especially the Violet's going to jungle. Flash destroys the Violet without Flicker.
Sleepy will have the first pick for Dino Riders. Out of the second ban phase, they're still shopping for a mid. They're still shopping for a Dragon lane, presumably, depending on who's running this Lindis.
Yeah, I think for them, I would secure Ryoma potentially. You know, Ryoma is very strong in that side lane. I think based on what, or they actually could.
Is there a world for a double AD carry?
Yeah, I mean,
there's Taladas.
No, they can run an assassin too. They can run Lindis on the side lane and pick an assassin too if they want.
I
and
feel
deny it from.
I feel like Hawaii does have the capabilities of easily playing it, but instead, Sleepy's Illumia comes out.
That's a nasty combo with the Omen and the Teamy.
There's the Zephyr's hover. There's the option that you were talking about, Sweet J, put an assassin in the jungle, then rotate Violet down, but instead, Rucking behind Lumber, as well as the Crash.
I'd like to point out that the talents on Lumber and Crash mean that Zane has attempted to play Jungle Lumber and Jungle Crash. Not that that'll happen. I just think it's cool. Although the last time I said that we should get Jungle Zephyr.
Yeah, they may go for Crush again potentially here. Oh, Mina, that is a very scary engage. Especially for Lindis. Getting caught in Dark Dominion.
It also means that Lindis will have to go to the jungle now, because if they decide to put a an assassin in that jungle position, they're not going to be able to do too much with the Mina having the protection of Violet in the backline. A Valheim and Ryoma seem to be the back and forth. It seems though they switch back over to the Ryoma.
But if they do this, it's still rude, because it could all be a mind game. And they could switch the Ryoma over to Zane at the last moment.
They could.
Yeah, Zane could play Ryoma and they could run Violet side lane, but most likely it's going to be a Ryoma side lane, and Violet will be the jungler. And now the left solo laners that they can pick here, Roxy, you know, we could see a Roxy, maybe Ibeneth again, yep, because, you know, Yikes played a pretty good Ibeneth last game, so they probably will go with Ibeneth again.
So it's safe to say this is a better draft for Dino Riders than they had in game number 1, but there's still the question mark of how they're going to be able to combat the power farming Zane if he does end up on this Violet that we are used to seeing.
I think a lot of this comes down to the Illumia. I'm keeping an eye on how Sleepy is able to land his Cataclysms, because if you are stunning and slowing people down with the Omen, with the Ibeneth, then you can follow through and land these sick Cataclysms, do massive bursts of damage, particularly towards the late game, and that actually sets up for Hawaii to just roll through the fights.
Yeah, because late game, if that Cataclysm lands on a whole team, you can literally take a third to a half of your opponent's health down, depending on what defense they have. So Illumia is actually pretty scary in the late game, but you have the right team composition.
We can see the confirmation happening. Violet will be into the hands of Zane in the jungle, which means Hoon will be playing Ryoma into that side lane. So none of the crazy theory crafting we have to worry about. The actualities are real, so thankfully we don't have to worry about anything. Hello, Sephra Jungle. I'm thinking of you right about now.
I was also thinking about the Sephra jungle. I was trying to play it, and it wasn't working great. But
that's true.
Shout out to that solo queue game we abandoned.
I know, totally.
You're not supposed to say that.
Oh.
Hey, we are experimenters, okay? We see, we were inspired by it, and then we tried it in rank queue, okay? Or casual queue.
And then you just auto left and left your team to die.
You had to come do this. I mean,
yeah, I think the codes are more important. Valor series and the codes are more important.
You disgust me.
Yeah.
On a personal level.
But KO's not playing Ryoma, which is one of his best heroes in previous, right?
But he is playing on Varus,
which
Varus is a game changer. KO
Yeah.
has been someone that creates impact presence in a variety of ways, and I think someone like a Varus that has that sustained damage, when you think of the composition that he has on his side, could create opportunities for them across the board.
Yeah, and because it is KO, I hesitate to say, oh, it's a new character. He won't know how to play it, because KO grinds these new characters and learns them faster than almost anyone else.
Gentlemen, Dino Riders have an opportunity here in game number 2 to even the score and knock down BMG to their second loss of the season. Game number 2 starts now.
Can the Dino Riders do it, TJ? Can they give BMG their second loss?
Yeah, this Blue Martini, formerly, of course, Pride Stark, if you're just joining us, do have only one loss on the season to GMB, formerly BMGaming, just for maximum confusion. Dino Riders want to change that, obviously, because if they lose this 2-0, they're within striking range for a Yugen Dynasty. They're just playing just for fun later tonight, and may very well be able to win that 2-0 and walk away suddenly, knocking Dino Riders out of that top 4 and out of playoff contention for the first time.
Yeah, that is going to be a huge devastation for Dino Riders here, because that was tough for them yesterday, for sure. So they're going to watch the Yugen game and see how it plays. But Hoon getting a lot of pressure here from Hawaii and Yikes.
Hawaii to rotate out of the jungle early, already find a decent amount of damage on his first show in lane. That's good to see. I'm happy to see him doing that much damage right off the bat, because he needs to be more relevant to team fights than I think he's ever been before. Yeah,
and look at beginnings. They're aggroing that jungle creep, so Zane can just take it, and he does get it. Every little bit counts there. The Seagulls stealing a jungle monster one by one. It all adds up.
Stop Hawaii from farming as much as possible.
Yeah, because Lindis, that's her strength, right? Lindis cannot be behind a Violet, because Violet's going to outscale her late game. And, you know, you can still outplay each other, but for the most part, Violet has outranges her. So they have to be very cautious here.
Beginnings is Mina will be in trouble, but the flank's there. Zane will arrive alongside KZ Fox, and Hawaii is so low. KZ goes in, first blood to save. Chosen must leave, but he can't get out in time with Beginnings on a full chase. The flicker forward and Death Sight mean the kill is confirmed by a Wailing Blade smackdown. Yikes must flee as well, and he too is gone.
Man, Hoon, you monster. He landed a Wailing Blade from over the wall to get the first kill, and then another Wailing Blade to secure the second kill, and Beginnings doing a good job just baiting it out, and this sets him up for the perfect dragon. Hawaii there, TJ. A little overextended and greedy to kill Beginnings there.
I'd like to point out, while we're taking a look at, while we have some downtime, this is actually Scorching Wind Violet, not something we see a ton of.
Yeah, that's not what we see a ton of. That means he wants to auto-attack very much, reset, get her tactical fire up faster, so she can then roll and do as much damage as possible as she keeps resetting that.
The reason Violet kind of fell out of favor in the jungle is because the item designed for melee characters stopped working for ranged characters due to a patch, meaning that you can't build the Violet for maximum burst damage, and you need to, I think, change her a little bit, use this Scorching Wind build for a more efficient auto-attack style build, but
yeah,
that's
exactly.
not meta.
And also, her passive reload was so powerful because every auto-attack would reset tactical fire down by like 0.5 seconds, but they nerfed it down to 0.25 seconds. So that's why Violet is not as strong as before, because she'd constantly have tactical fire up and just roll, and do so much burst damage when she did that. So when they nerfed it, they actually balanced her very, very well.
But still a very powerful character. KO up in the top lane, needs to stay alive, does have the lifesteal for it. Beginnings in, hasn't spent Dark Dominion. Now there it is, Zane rolls through and KO's got first blood. CLZ needs to flee and he can't do it. Hawaii's playing behind the tower, just watching as his allies die.
Yeah, what a crazy rotation there. Dino Rise need to be careful because they see the middle lane getting pushed and shoved to their tower. So what are they going to do? Of course they're going to rotate to the top lane where both of the Dino Riders team members are being overly aggressive there and then get collapsed on 4 versus 2. They get both the kills, get the tower, and this puts him at a huge lead. Oh, and Hawaii looks like he may have disconnected here, unfortunately. Oh.
They were poking him. Are you in there? Poke. Sleepy team Sleepy will go down as well. CLZ in trouble as KO chases him. Oh my god, the max range Serpent's Embrace. That was gross, KO.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. That Serpent's Embrace, get that nice pull in there, secure that kill. But looks like potentially Sleepy in Hawaii. Okay, they're back in the game. Good.
Hawaii is back.
Yeah. Because they're standing there, you know, taking on damage, accepting their death, apparently.
It was that 180 millisecond ping from Hawaii.
Oh, Cataclysm saves the day, TJ.
Case just ditched that fight. Oh, but Hawaii's in trouble too far forward, and the Thunderbird's there.
Ouch. Zane just did 1,308 damage against Hawaii there. That is...
Rank Breaker is his second item.
Brutal. Yeah. Brutal.
Third item overall, second major item. Rank Breaker for the extra burst. Pays off. Yikes. Dark Dominion forward. Hoon will get the kill.
Yeah, I need to play Ryoma like that, TJ.
I was watching our gameplay. You were not playing Ryoma like that. I would agree for the sake of my rank, you need to play Ryoma like that.
Don't worry, I'll get there. I just need to keep watching Hoon.
All right.
Another Dragon's going to go over to BMG. They are very ahead. 10-0. Almost 2 kills a minute, TJ. This is not looking good for Dino Riders.
To say the least. CLZ has overextended as well in the full rotate from Blue Martini.
Man, look at that.
Beginnings is there. Dark Dominion will land. CLZ's in trouble. KO and Beginnings have the kill. Oh, Hawaii step forward as well. The stun from Chosen to try and stall things out, but Hawaii can't get into safety. There was the resurrect. Chosen can't save Hawaii for the second time, but the Cataclysm does land. And KZ Fox, he doesn't care how low he is. He just goes in. Yikes tries to buff him, but he can't get close enough. And now he's up for grabs as Hooten dives underneath the tower. He grabs Sleepy. Yikes is in trouble. He'll go down given time. And it's an almost complete team wipe against Dino Riders.
All I can say is KO, take it easy, Serpent's Embrace, and then you have KZ Fox with the Tulin, and of course Hoon on this Ryoma. They all got those kills individually in succession there. Just amazing gameplay from the aggressive aggression that, you know, BMG is showing off there.
BMG Sipping a blue martini, perhaps. Playing back, relaxed. Hawaii pulled out again. Oh my God, beginnings. Stop it.
Yeah, take it easy on that Mina. All these pulls, the Serpent's Embrace, the Death Sit from Mina, the Wailing Blade stuns, and then the hits from KZ Fox as well as the tactical fires from Zane. Too much, man. Too much hurt. Too much pain.
Yeah. Yikes will go and drop the Nature's Realm, trying to stay alive underneath the tower. Cataclysm as well, beginnings finally too far forward. Surely will go down, but it's 1-1 trade, surely. Yikes will get resurrected should he fall, but that's not true for ZLZ, who's burned down by Zane. And why? He doesn't actually have the wave clear to do this. This tower's gone.
I was waiting for Zane to hit that tower because there's minions on it.
Yeah, and it's gonna go. Maybe they forgot. It will go. KO just passed around like a punching bag well inside the base. Will go down as well.
And if you guys noticed, in the middle of that fight, Zane finished his Clav Sancti, and then those crits came out just in the right moment to secure all those kills. And then, but hey, at least Dino have 2 kills now. Beginning fed once.
Did
and
you just do 15k damage on an auto attack?
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. It's insane the damage he's doing right now. And look at him, 707. Level 13.
This is dangerous for Dino Riders, like we said at the start of this match. If they lose this 2-0, their playoff hopes are suddenly on the line.
Yeah, this is very, very tough for them. And this doesn't look like they're able to come back. They're already more than 10,000 gold behind. They have given over 17 deaths. 7 towers are down. Man, not good.
No, to say the least. This Blue Martini side wants to be able to pick up a Dark Slayer, close the game quickly and efficiently, in contrast to the last one.
Yeah, they're going to try to close it definitely fast here. The only hope is they need to rush the Enraged Abyssal Dragon somehow, but not enough time, unfortunately. They're not going to be able to get the Enraged Abyssal Dragon. That was their chance. And with 2 high ground towers left, they have a Dark Slayer buff. I think BMG can close this game off because there's no way they can get on Zane. Zane has way too much damage. His Omni Arms, look how much damage he's going to do there. Once he hits like Hawaii.
Okay.
There we go, 1400 crit.
Hawaii did just get ranked breaker, so he'll do a decent amount of damage as well. Sleepy though, being punished. CLZ underneath the tower will go down, as does the second high ground. All of Dino Riders must play back as BMGaming approach the core. This has to be a one-team fighting. Yikes is pulled in. Cataclysm's good. The Resurrect already spent though, and Chosen has to die back to the base. KO's overextended. He'll go down. No one yet full. And finally, Hawaii first goes down to Dino Riders. They're inside the fountain series, and it doesn't matter. They're still getting burned down. 2 kills against Blue Martini, but they don't care. They keep going forward, and we'll take game number 2.
What a brutal, brutal team fight there. It's just too much damage. All I was seeing was red, crit everywhere. It was insane the amount of burst coming out from everyone, especially Zane on that team.